Hey everyone, today we're going to dive into something that could be a real game changer for Georgia retirees. We're talking about a way to cut down one of your biggest expenses, and trust me, it's a topic that brings up a lot of questions. So let's break down exactly how it all works. So let me just ask you this straight up. As you're thinking about retirement, or maybe you're already there, are property taxes something you worry about? Because for a lot of folks on a managed income, that yearly bill can be a huge source of stress. It can really impact your peace of mind. And you know what? It's a totally valid concern. Property taxes, especially that school tax part of the bill, can be this major nagging expense that just keeps eating away at your retirement savings year after year after year. Now, what's really eye-opening is when you look at a typical retirement budget, kind of like what we've got here. It's honestly shocking just how big that slice for property taxes is. When you're not getting that regular paycheck anymore, any savings you can find in this area, well, that can make a massive difference. But listen, there is some really good news here. If you're a senior homeowner in Georgia, there's a powerful and honestly often overlooked tool that can help you knock that specific cost way down. So, what is this magic tool I'm talking about? It's called the Senior School Tax Exemption. Okay, let's really get into this because just understanding how it works is your first step to unlocking some pretty serious savings. So here's the bottom line. The Senior School Tax Exemption is an actual provision in Georgia law. It lets senior homeowners who qualify either reduce or, in some cases, completely wipe out the school tax part of their property tax bill. I mean, completely eliminate it. Right, so the next thing you're probably wondering is, okay, that sounds great, but how much can I actually save? And the answer is, well, it really depends on where you live in Georgia. But let me tell you, the benefits can be huge. In fact, get this. In several counties all across Georgia, you can get a 100% exemption from school property taxes. That's not a typo. It means in places like Cobb, Forsyth, and Hall, and those are just a few examples you see here, seniors who qualify pay zero school taxes. Absolutely zero. But, and this is a really big but, it's not a one-size-fits-all kind of deal. Every single county gets to set its own rules and its own requirements for these exemptions. Let's just look at how complex this can get. Your eligibility depends on this whole mix of factors that changes from one county to the next. You've got different age cutoffs, different income limits, and sometimes even how long you've lived there matters. Like in Cherokee County, you've got to be a resident for at least 5 years. It really creates a complicated web of rules. So, trying to figure all of these different rules and regulations out on your own, yeah, it can be tricky. That's why having a clear path to get the right information is so important, so you can actually find the savings you're entitled to. So the big question becomes, how do you cut through all that complexity? What are the actual practical steps you can take to make sure you're getting every last dollar of savings you deserve? Well, a great approach usually follows a pretty logical path. First, you've got to figure out if you're even eligible based on your specific county's rules. Second, it's always smart to look at this as part of your whole financial picture to find any other tax benefits. And then third, you have to actually put those strategies into action to lower your bill. And that's definitely something a good financial planner can help you with. Look, when you're dealing with something this critical to your financial future, you really want to find someone you can trust, right? The goal should always be to find an experienced pro who's genuinely in your corner for the long haul. The key thing here is to be proactive. If you want to learn more about the Georgia Senior School Tax Exemption, a fantastic place to start is the Georgia Department of Revenue website, or you can just contact your local county tax assessor's office directly. The most important thing is to understand what you're eligible for, because leaving thousands of dollars on the table every single year, that's a risk no retiree should have to take.